Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel, The Lens of Truth, with me, Ivan Florentino. And for today's video, you know what? I've been seeing a lot of people making videos of why they're worried about Splatoon 3 and the lack of information that Nintendo has been providing. And you know what? Some points are valid, but in this video, I'm going to explain why a lot of those points are just not valid, because it is more of a business kind of decision why they're not showing as much as we'd like. And we actually should be getting a lot more information within a few weeks, because a lot of the But before we get into that, make sure you hit the like button, ring the bell to stay notified if you're brand new to this channel, and let's get to it. And as you can see to my left, I am a hardcore Splatoon fan. I've been playing Splatoon since the few days. And now, since Splatoon 2 is actually 5 years old, Splatoon 2 released in 2017, July 21st. So yeah, it's been 5 years since the game released. So yeah, I've been waiting for Splatoon 3 or any news that Nintendo releases. I'm actually just there, ready to see what the next hook is, what the next gimmick is, and obviously what the next fashion sense is, and the weapons. That's what I'm excited for. So yeah, in this video, we're gonna go ahead and talk about why people should not be worried about Nintendo not releasing a lot of information. Because you know what, a lot of this just makes sense. And one of the main games that just released was Xenoblade Chronicles 3. And that's one reason that you wouldn't be putting any more news with Splatoon in it. And also, let's talk about the news that just happened within these few weeks. Mario Kart Wave 2 DLC, the Booster Course Pass Wave 2 just released a few days ago, so that's another big deal right there. And then also Live Alive also released another big RPG that people have been waiting for. That's more of it is a Nintendo exclusive right now. I'm pretty sure it might still be, but that's another big game that released. And also Mario Strikers as well, that released not that long ago. So now I feel like this is the time where they're just gonna focus on Splatoon 3. It just makes sense. And I will predict that a Splatoon 3 test fire type of a demo will be releasing, so they can actually test the servers and the online. And that's really gonna show how the game feels, how it plays, with all those brand new moves that they're adding for the movement of the squids, the inklings as well. Okay, and like I said, I've actually put in a little over 1,300 hours in Splatoon 2. And you know what, the main reason I think the more of the casual Splatoon players are the ones who are kind of, worried about no information shown is, it's a valid point. But I think Nintendo does this because, like I said, they don't want to have so much news in between their big releases. Like I said, Xenoblade Chronicles 3 just released. So yeah, and I think I'm not a competitive player at all, but I am a hardcore Splatoon fan. I've been playing Splatoon 2 on and off, like I said, for 5 years. So I think players like myself, and I do stream on Twitch, is one of my main reasons I started the Twitch channel, was to stream Splatoon 2 and then now Splatoon 3. So go ahead and check that out if you haven't already done so. I do think that players like myself, we will know the small differences, and like I said, just stay tuned and they will be releasing. I promise you they're gonna release a bit more of the salmon run. They're going to be releasing a lot more information of the story mode, which is what a lot of people who are more of the casual players will actually be interested in, which I am as well, because like I said, I played part 1 and 2, and that was probably one of the weaker parts of Splatoon 2 was the story mode. It just felt like random levels just kind of thrown together without real connection. But the route that I do think they're going to go in is the Splatoon 2 Octo expansion route, which that, if you haven't already played, was one of the best parts of Splatoon 2. And the way that I feel the next game is going to kind of take cues from, and it's just going to be a lot better. Alright, so first things first, what I did is, let's go to the Twitter account of the Splatoon North America, and we're going to kind of go all the way down from their first post and just kind of summarize everything that they've been showing so far, just to kind of catch up until, you know, one of the next big reveal that happens soon. So let's see. So one of the main things that happened was the reveal of the brand new salmon run kind of things that you're able to do, which is the egg throw, and then also a brand new boss looking salmonid. So for example, this one, King Salmonid. So that was one of the main things that they added into, that was one of the big reveals, which I do admit initially people thought that it was just an expansion for the salmon run mode in Splatoon 2. And I do hope that they, and I'm pretty sure they will expand a lot more, especially in the level variety. And when they first showed the trailer, we did get to see that we will be able to respawn in kind of a better way, so that we won't get spawn camped. So you will be on top of these tea kettles as well. You're able to respawn close to your area, but not just in one spot, which was pretty cool. Oh yeah, it's called the stringers. That's what they call them, the tri-stringers. That's what they call them. So that was one of the brand new weapons that we know for sure is going to be. So that's what we know about this game, is the bow weapons, and the dualies was what Splatoon 2 was. And then also one of the big things, the Octo expansion was released for the Nintendo Switch Online expansion pack. So that was actually a big deal. If people who have not played it, you're able to check it out now. All right, and then one of the brand new weapons, actually the brand new specials, was the new vacuum suction weapon. And from what it looks like, a lot of the videos that we were seeing, a lot of the specials looks like they're going to be a blend of part 1 and 2s, and also scaled back and a lot more balanced. That's what it looks like. So yeah, they're blending in Splatoon 1 and 2 specials together, which is a really cool idea to kind of rebalance everything that Splatoon 2 ended up being too special heavy and reliant on them. And then what they did release was a lot of the redesigned weapons of the old ones. So for example, here's one right here, the 96 Gal, brand new redesigns. Another redesign, the E-Liter 4K, that's another brand new redesign. The Squiffer got a redesign. And they did say that a lot of the weapons, all the weapons for Splatoon 1 and 2 are going to be brought back. We just don't know the kits. Don't know what the kits are. For example, specials with sub weapons, we don't know exactly yet. A brand new sub weapon was released too as well. The angle shooter. Looks like a little small marker. An actual marker that you can shoot that has ink in it, which is pretty cool. You can see it up here. They're showing off some of the enemies. They have a lot of these fuzzy furs, and you know what? A lot of hints have been showing that the salmon run, I think the Grisco company, we've never seen who that person or guy or animal actually is. So that's going to be a big reveal, especially with all these classic octolings getting covered in fur. That's going to be, especially with the mammalians being extinct in the other games, we'll see what they're going to do with that. And then one of the big reveals was a brand new stage. Undertow Spillway was a brand new stage that they revealed. Brand new stage. And one of the last things that they did talk about was the eyebrow customization, which a lot of people really liked. But yeah, nothing too crazy. And then they even released a second brand new stage, which this one was called Mincemeat Metalwork. So this one looks really cool. And then they did reveal a brand new Nintendo Switch OLED model with a Splatoon design all over. This is a special edition. Just to kind of wrap up this video, people should not be worried about them showing with like the lack of information. They will be showing a lot more. They just have to get a lot of heavy games out of the way and just focus on the next big game, within within the release window of this game. So yeah, if you did like what you see, make sure you hit the like button, ring the bell to stay notified, and check me out on Twitch, where I will be playing a lot of Splatoon 2, and when it comes out, Splatoon 3. So see you later, and bye.